so slow, and they just writing it, saying it at a very slow speed, but still, I'm slow. I'm about 20 to 30 words with my one finger. And so that's what they say, and they are working on their own concepts of looking at us, as I said before, and evaluating what is needed and when and where to do these things. So if they feel the flyovers are for like Thanksgiving, they'll do it. If they think it's for the spring, they'll do it. Whatever they feel is the time and whatever it is that's going on, we'll see what's happening. That's all I can say, because that's all they really tell me.
But, Sheldan, I do have a question about that. Now, you're supposed to be a member of the Federation. You are, well, I'm sorry for saying it like that. You are a member of the Federation. Are you the only key representative here on Earth?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay. And that's kind of what I was getting at.
Okay, Samara, let us get Sheldan's website more than once, because his website is full of knowledge, and we haven't mentioned it for those who don't know.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Okay.
Sheldan, tell us how we can find out more information and become enlightened.
Okay, one of the ways, of course, as said, is the website. And the website, how to get a hold of it, is simply www.paoweb, that's paoweb.com.
Say it one more time.
Okay, it's www.paoweb, that's paoweb, one word, .com.
Now tell me, are there any upcoming events that you have that would be helpful for people to visit?
Well, right now I don't have anything per se. All I'm doing is I'm working on a new video, and until that's finished, I don't know exactly what's going on. So I'm kind of in transit, so to speak, on that.
Okay. Now we have another question from the chat room. What does, and I'm going to spell it to you, Sheldan, because I'm not sure how to pronounce it. S-E-L-A-M-A-T, capital J-A means?
Oh, Salamat Jah. That simply means be and joy. It's a Syrian word, Syrian phrase.
Okay. Could you explain that to the listeners?
Okay. In Syrian, the word salamat simply means a condition of being. Jah means joy, so it means a condition or being in joy.
Static break up here.
Right, yeah, it sounded like I was in a windstorm.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. And I'm probably thinking we're having some galactic intervention. So, could you please just say that one more time for us?
Sure. The word Salamat Jah can be broken down as a phrase into two words. Salamat is simply in Syrian a word that means condition or being, and Jah is joy, so it simply means to be in joy. It's a phrase they often use at the beginning or at the end of when they're greeting you or saying goodbye.
Okay. We have another caller, area 719. Hello.
It's Debbie again. I actually just called my sister to tell her that Sheldan was on. So I already asked Sheldan a question, and I'm sure I got a million more. But
Okay.
I would like to ask just one more question, I guess. What do you think about the Mayan calendar and the 2012? Is that when we're going to completely be into the golden age, or has time speeded up, and is it going to happen sooner?
Well, according to the Mayan timekeepers, 2012 is actually not a period of destruction. It's a period of moving into something new and wonderful, which they don't exactly know. They just know it's a period beyond time. And I tend to agree with them. As to whether it will happen before then, because of the way time is speeded up, there's a good chance that it will. So how many years or months or whatever it is now moved forward because of the ever-increasing acceleration of time by the divine on this planet, it's hard to really say. Some people say that this is the year as we end here, and then it could be next year or the year after. So I'll just say that there's a possibility for it, but that it should happen at least when the calendar says 2012 and the end of the month of December. It should be here. That's the way I feel.
And what about us going into space-time? Can you talk a little bit about that? I don't really understand that concept.
Well, space-time is just a physics thing about the nature of, interdimensional realities and different dimensions, etc. So they call this space-time. But what we really need to understand about reality is that our reality is shifting right now, and it's changing. Mm-hmm. And so we're really moving from a place where time is important to where time becomes an experiential thing, and it doesn't become, excuse me, a date like it's looked at right now. It becomes just an experience, a ritual, something that we go through. And so it's a different way of looking at time. And so I just really see what's happening here, which is why they gave me the galactic calendar, was it's a transitional tool between where we are right now and where we should be at the very latest by 2012. So that's what I can say about that.
So should we be using your galactic calendar on a daily basis?
It would help us all in the transition if we would understand the calendar and use it more. So that's what I have to say about that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Is the understanding, because again, we have to realize that it's like teaching kindergarten children. You have to bring people from a pre-K understanding all the way up to 12th grade knowledge. So, you know, we're going to talk about that and how we can actually, and I would like for you to think about that, but I do have a question again from the chat room. Someone wants to know if you know who George, and again I have to spell his last name because I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's Kavassislas is.
Doesn't ring a bell to me, so.
Kavassislas.
No,
not Calvassis.
Pardon me, Dr. Robinson, what did you say?
Sound like it's Calvassis or something.
No, I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, I don't think Sheldon knows it. Okay.
You know, one of the things, Sheldon, that we have seen through all of our experiences here on Earth is that there's an element of extreme cruelty attached to aliens coming here or people from the Galactic Federation coming here to interact with people on Earth. How do you address that?
Well, what has happened here is that ever since especially the late 40s, we've had this UFO cover-up. And part of the cover-up is to look at humans as on this planet as being the potential victims for an invasion or manipulation or whatever. And so what has happened is our media, which is newspapers, magazines, television, radio, and especially the movies, have worked very hard to create this image of this mad, violent invader, raper, whatever, of humanity. And this is being done because they want to maintain this cover-up where we look upon them as something different than we are and therefore not acceptable, instead of seeing them as people who we are, human beings with a great knowledge and wisdom to pass on to us, who are benevolent and who are part of a process with the divine to bring forth a new essence of who we really are, which is our fully conscious, fully potentialized self. So that's basically what I try to explain to people, is that you have to look beyond all that you've learned from conventional wisdom around you in the movies and in the media, and understand that the reality is actually quite different than what you are being portrayed every day and made to believe.
So tell me, what do they think about us?
They feel that we are a very especially wonderful group of beings who are finishing up this limited conscious trip and cannot wait to help us finish it off, become fully conscious, and become a part of the Federation fully again, because we have a great, incredible deal of stuff, talents, abilities to add to the whole mix of the Galactic Federation, and they cannot wait for that moment to happen.
Well, how will they address issues of racism that we experience here on Earth?
This is just a case of one of the ways that the Anunnaki, which were our overlords, used to divide us. They've used religion, they've used race, they've used anything that can be used as a physical or otherwise difference between people to bring one group against another, to create situations that make it possible for them to use the hatred of one group to another to cause problems and maintain this division between us. Because when that goes away, we suddenly see that regardless of our religious beliefs, regardless of our color of skin, regardless of our beliefs.